Hey, my lovelies. Hey, my lovelies. Welcome to my channel. So if you are new to the channel, I want to welcome you. If you are a returning subscriber, I want to say welcome back. Okay, so we are doing the daily vibration for today, 8/31, 2022. So that's 8/31/2022. Total vibration, when you include the month, the day, and the year, you get the vibration of the number 9. If you were just using the day, you get the vibration of the number 4. All right. So just so you guys know, using the number 9, you can tap into your intuition today. Some people may need to use their humility today. I want to also say, learning to say no is going to be important for some people today. Matter of fact, learning how to say hell no is going to be important for some people today, all right? And taking responsibility for the things that you need to today is going to be important. The flip side of the number 9, however, is that you can find that people can be acting where they're not trusting their intuition, also not tapping into their ambition. They expect everything to be easy and everything to be handed to them. Lack of responsibility, and some people may be dealing with some karma today, aka cause and effect. They've planted some seeds, and now some things are coming on back, growing, and blooming in their experience. All right. So if you're going to be tapping into the number 4 today, you can find that you may be moving with integrity. Okay. You may also find that you got to be a little bit more disciplined in your day. Put in that hard work that's required and build, right? Start the foundation at least, and then build from there, right? Start where you are and then begin to build today. You can do that within the number 4, right? The flip side of the number 4, you can find no self-control, right? A lot of dishonesty. You can also find instability. People are just unstable in their emotions, in their thinking, and their doing, right? And then you can also find people not using that divine wisdom when it comes to the number 4, all right? So starting off the forecast today with the collective energy, we do have 2 cards that jumped out in the pre-poll, right? So the cards that jumped out is the Reptilian and the Nephilim. Okay, so the reptilian energy you can find today is this energy can be cruel. It can be left brain only, which means that they're not, like I said, operating with their intuitive side, right? They're not trusting spirit today. So everything is very left brain. Very matter of fact, very straight and by the book, okay? Very militant energy when you're dealing with the reptilian energy. And I also want to say very tutorial, like they claim their territory, okay? And this can play out maybe at work. Someone is responsible for something and they just take the shit way too far, like they abuse their power type shit, okay? Now the Nephilim energy you can find, it is controversial energy, but it's also energy of assessing things and moving towards a new perspective, okay? This is you being able to process things and bringing you ideas, especially with this Virgo energy that we're now in, okay? The flip side of the Nephilim energy, you can find that you're dealing with people that have outdated belief system, outdated thoughts of thinking. You can find people are cruel here, or crude, You can also find people that are expecting unrealistic experiences from situations, all right? And very critical. A lot of criticism is going to be on the flip side of this Nephilim energy, so you can be dealing with someone that's going through this today. So overall energy today, you do need to keep in mind that you may be dealing with people that are stuck in their ways, not really flexible in how they solve problems, or not really flexible in the situation in which they feel they deserve, right? This is fulfillment, I feel, of wishes today, and that doesn't necessarily mean positive things. So if you planted some lemon seeds and you planted some seeds of cruelty, some seeds of disappointment towards others, just be mindful. What you put out into the atmosphere is what you're going to get back, right? And some of you, this fulfillment is an indicator that if you've been thinking on the flip side of this energy, you may need to begin to see things from a new perspective and tap into new beginnings as we're moving throughout this energy. Okay, so you can't be happy and sad at the same time. You are going to have to choose what side of the coin you're going to be on, right? Now, I do want to say we do have the number 9 popping up in the atmosphere today. That's just one of the energies that you're interacting with, right? And that energy, so you know, is also on the flip side of it dealing with karma. That's cause and effect. What type of energy has you put out into the atmosphere that is now blooming in your experience, right? Now, and I want to say, what type of experiences you want to have that you can now in this season plant those experiences, right? So Virgo energy is giving you that help or that push to analyze things from a place of health and well-being. What works for you, for your well-being, right? Things that you may need to do for your health, right? Paying attention to relationships, right? That may not be a give and take, but they're more one-sided, right? So you are dealing with energy today where definitely people could be very cruel, very militant. Now, the flip side of reptilian energy is someone that is relaxed. Their fear and their thinking and their doing. They accept the things or that they can't change. And I want to say accept responsibility for the things that they may have done, right? There's also a type of surrender that happens here on the flip side of the reptilian energy. You just surrender to the things that you can't change. All right, so you want to be mindful of that as you're moving throughout the day. If you can't physically pick it up, change it, move it, you may just want to go on and surrender that, okay? A lot of people have been suffering in silence, and I feel like we're dealing with people with in this energy. And I told you guys this a few years ago. We are dealing with a lot of emotional and mental imbalance energy, and people are starting to definitely portray those things in their experiences. This is why you want to know yourself, and you want to use your emotions, aka your feelings, as indicators as to where you may need to adjust in your life, okay? Whether that part of your life is physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, whatever that is, okay? And so now, let's get into the who, the what, the where, and the why. Now, before I do that, I want to just remind you guys that energy is fluid, right? So I can say that this is your energy, but this could be the energy that you're interacting with, right? So you want to go ahead and apply the energy to where it fits, okay? That is going to be key. And whenever you listen to this message, okay, we're not going to necessarily get stuck on a date. If the message resonates and it vibrates, you want to take what you need, leave what you don't, and circle on back for what you don't understand, all right? So don't forget, astrology and archetypes are going to be starting soon. We got the new channel launching on the 23rd. We have new content going up on Patreon on the 5th, which is next Monday. Not to mention that we are also going to be doing a level up journey, right? So super excited about that. So be mindful. All right, so y'all know that we started out the week where we were dealing with a lot of emotional, immature energy, okay? So we're going to be mindful of that because that showed up yesterday again, right? So we're going to be mindful of the emotional immaturity that was popping up. You also knew that intuitively what was coming out was you needed to pay attention to the sudden revelation about other people, about yourself, about situations that you're dealing with, right? Try not to be overly critical in this energy. You wanted to maybe look at the situation again with a different perspective, a new set of eyes, right? And for some things, only time will tell because we are approaching retrograde energy in a week or two. And for those of you that are super sensitive, you can begin to feel those vibrations in the atmosphere. So you do want to be mindful of that. Okay. All right. So who, what, where, and why. All right. So today what we have going on with who, this energy with the who can definitely be Pisces energy. Okay, so you do want to be mindful about that. And then you have Neptune's energy. So Pisces is ruled by Neptune, all right? So this energy, I want to say, is compassionate energy. This energy is more emotionally balanced than what we've been dealing with. So I want to say you're dealing with someone that is emotionally mature. And you know how I've been talking about all week, like whoever was just doing some, like that tit for tat. Like, remember I kept saying like they're just emotionally unintelligent? Well, you're dealing with somebody today that could be emotionally intelligent. This person could be a Pisces or not, right? This could just be the energy that they're operating in because they have gained control and mastered their emotions, right? And I kind of feel like this person, especially with this third eye chakra popping up here, like they don't see the situation, or they have a new perspective on the situation. And I kind of feel like it's important for you to be mindful that this Piscean energy can be full of illusions, right? So I think this person is aware, or you may be aware, right, that this person always got a story of why they're not a victim. You got Knight of Cups popping up here, which is Scorpio's energy, right? There's some type of proposal popping up here with what, okay? So you're dealing with someone that's emotionally mature because you haven't really been dealing with that for the past 2 days of this week. This person is coming in with some type of offer. I even want to say with more, even a mature behavior, or a more mature response to the situation, right? And I kind of even feel like this person may have paused and think before they even responded, right? Because you do have a lot of emotional energy that they're dealing here with, okay? So they have, I feel, with the Scorpio energy and the moon is Cancer, so we have all the water energy on the board. They have went deep, they felt what they needed to feel about the situation, right? Now they're ready to come to the table and talk about the situation, right? Weird. Now, what's popping up here in the weird is the Emperor energy, right? So with the Emperor energy, we are dealing with energy of Aries. And this energy is all about taking responsibility. This also can be energy of ambition. This also can be energy, because Aries can be stubborn, and they can also, they say not argumentative, but Aries they love the debate. So they'll just go back and forth with you, because they can. And also some pettiness can play out in that Aries energy, right? So you have Aries and Mars. So Mars is showing up here. So already we could be dealing with some type of situation where I feel like, I feel like somebody may have had a conversation with somebody about their abuse of power or the manipulation of a situation, right? And I feel like the only reason that you've had this conversation with this person is because you actually care about this person. Or I feel like you're willing to have a conversation with this person because you actually care. Right? So this is playing out in the root chakra area. This, to me, is about fight or flight mode when we're dealing with the root chakra. This energy is about family. It's about money. It's about trust. So I feel like this is playing out in someone's actions. Someone may have been abusing shit, and someone is coming in and they're ready to have that mature conversation. Why? Because they care. But somebody could be stubborn. Or somebody's open to have that conversation and they stubborn in the meanings like they're not going to initiate the conversation though. But they open to have the conversation because they love you. Right? Somebody's not showing their true feelings. So I feel like that conversation didn't come to pass yet. Somebody is open to the conversation. And like I said, but you know that you're dealing with someone immature, so you don't necessarily feel like you're going to initiate that conversation. It's kind of like you're going to wait until they circle back to have that conversation, because you can't have that conversation with them right now. Yep, separation. This could be a deep hurt, something that definitely hurts. We have the boat here. Receiving what you need. Progression, closure. Roll, roll, roll your boat gently down the stream. You can't really force anybody else to do or don't do. And you know how I feel. You can't track dick. You can't track pussy. People are going to do what they want to do, with whom they want to do, when they want to do it. So you can't track any of that stuff. It came out again like earlier in the week where some of you was just completely done with the situation. And it could have been that some of you had the conversation with this person already, and you chose to end the relationship because this person is not going to change, or they just don't, you know, they're immature. They just don't take responsibility for this stuff. So somebody could have ended this relationship today. You definitely have somebody that's still not dealing with the pain. I still feel like a conversation may not have happened yet. Yep. There could be trust issues going on. We're going to take a look at the signs that you're dealing with. Remember, we had heavy Libra energy in the atmosphere for the past 2 days. Today, it seems more like we have heavy water energy. All of the water signs are on the board. Yoga. And I feel like this yoga is just about breathing and letting go. That's that surrender energy that was popping up with the energy of the reptilians on the flip side. Like, you know, you just don't, you know, there's no need to be cruel. There's no need to be mean. There's just a need to be matter of fact about the situation. You've already owned your portion. For some of you, it's kind of like you feel like you're not even going to interfere in this situation because this person has gotten what they've put out. Or they may feel like you're not going to interfere with the situation with you because you've gotten the energy that you put out, right? There could have been some immaturity here. This could have been involving physical children, even nieces and nephew. Heart's desired. I kind of feel like somebody may have did something to get a reaction, and they got a reaction, all right, and it may not have been their heart's desire. It may not have been what they thought the reaction was going to be. This is why I say don't do things to get a reaction, because you may not necessarily like the reaction that you get. You may not. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm telling you. Let's take a look and see what we got going on in summary. Okay, so the dominant energy on the board is going to be the crown chakra energy, all right? Crown chakra energy, you guys know that we are dealing with your perspective, the way you see things. We're also dealing with your imagination, all right? We're also dealing with you being able to see things past the physical, okay? So if you don't think that you can get out of something, or there's not a way out of something, right? I also want to say the crown chakra, to me, is really where you begin to see the bigger perspective on life, right? So because now you filtered through the heart, you filtered through expressing yourself, right? But with the third eye chakra, you begin to actually use your creative inner world to project outwardly. Right? So that energy is showing up here. Be mindful that everybody has their own lessons, and it is not your job to step in or self-impose in somebody else's lesson, right? You're dealing with emotional intelligence in this situation today. Someone is definitely operated from a place of emotional intelligence. And you know what's interesting, because we are already like kind of shadowing in retrograde energy. We got the sun in Virgo, which you know is analytical energy and analyzing things. We also have the moon flipping over from Libra into Scorpio at 1:11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right? So that's that transformative energy. So some people could be in a place where they're just kind of like really in their feelings, but not in their feelings to lash out, in their feelings to understand. Right? Taking a different perspective, like, and the word surrender just keeps popping on up, y'all. Like, surrendering, I can't change nobody. I can't physically do anything else to the situation. Like, I have done everything I can possibly do. I can't change people. You know, I can love people. I can make suggestions. You know, I'm open to solutions. Right? But I cannot change you. I can't change your control in this. And okay, and then for some of you, I want to say, because you've been dealing, like I said, with this energy for the past couple of days. It's going to be important for some of you not to try to control the way the situation should unfold. Right? So if you're willing to have a conversation, it shouldn't be, well, I'm willing to have a conversation, but only if. I don't think that that's the way you should be going in this energy, right? So if you're willing to have a conversation, be open to have that conversation, and you don't have to plug in the only if, okay? You don't have to do that. All right, that's important for you to know, okay? Okay, all right, y'all. So y'all have a lot today. Operate in the balance of your left and your right brain, which means you can use your logical and critical reasoning skills, but you can also use your intuitive nature to guide you through this energy. New perspective just keeps showing up, as well as trusting your intuition, right? If you trust your intuition, you begin to see that opportunities come every single day, all day, right? But you have to be open for those opportunities to come in via your intuitive energy, right? You're dealing with people that may not be trusting their intuition. You're dealing with people that may be projecting because of their fears and their insecurities, right? And some of those fears and insecurities may also be fears and insecurities that you have. So you're also seeing people trauma bonded in this energy, right? That fuck fight energy also you can see showing up in the atmosphere today, right? And be mindful that this is an energy where you're beginning to weed out things that you don't want, right? Like, so you're pulling the weeds out of your garden, aka your thinking, aka your emotions, aka your actions, right? How you're grounding yourself in this energy, which means really dealing with the elements, the air energy, the water energy, right? Air, what you're thinking, the water, what you're feeling, fire, your actions, earth, grounding yourself, being logical. Okay? All right, y'all. I appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget, if you have been supporting me on Patreon for the past 3 months, I want you to go ahead and email me so you can get a free reading. And I also want to remind you guys to go on and do something kind for yourself. Love yourself, honor yourself. And you might want to even do something kind for somebody. Not because they so much deserve it, but because you can, right? People that kick up the most dust about how they don't need nobody and how nobody loves them needs the most love. Okay, so do things not for responses, but just because you can. All right, do things because it feels good to be kind to somebody, just because you can, not even because they deserve it. You're choosing to do this. And that kindness includes being kind and extending that kindness to yourself. All right? Okay, my loves. I appreciate each and every one of you, my loves. I'm going to see y'all in tomorrow's Daily Vibration. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye, guys.